Hey everybody, this is Dr. J. Spike and Kamal, streaming live from Long Island, New York. Spike is stuck in his
Hello,
car.
everybody.
Spike, you're in your car, right?
I am in my car, hoping for some reception and
Oh,
quiet.
see, well,
Hard to get quiet when you're on the beach. You
we
know
can
that.
hear you. Kamal, you're okay now with your connection? I don't know if he is. Can you hear
Well,
me, Kamal?
I'm gonna come
Yes.
off just to see if that would help everybody.
All right.
There you go.
All right, so I'm going to go into the charts pretty quickly. Start with SPY. Wall Street was up across the board today. I think the correction is over officially at this point. Right? Bull market resumes. Any doubt about that? I don't think so, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see. What are the last set of numbers indicated?
I'm
No
not sure if we're
recession.
still out of the woods.
It indicated that we're probably not headed into a recession, and that maybe inflation is going down a little bit. Right?
I think 7 cuts are calculated for next year.
Now the first one still being September, right?
Yeah, 3 for this year.
That's at least.
Or is it 7 altogether? I'm not sure, but they're expecting a lot of cutting.
I think the question is whether September is going to be a quarter of a point or a half a point.
At this point, probably with the recession fears are tamed a little, probably be a quarter.
See, now I'm thinking if you're going to bother cutting it all, why dip your toe in? Either do 50 or don't bother. That's at least my opinion.
You mean the old shit will get off the pot?
Pretty much. I mean, if you're thinking you need to do something to prevent the recession, and you're sort of happy about the inflation, either do nothing or give a half a point, because it still keep you above 5.
We almost completely erased the whole downslide on the SPY. The high on 8-1 which was a big downslide, was 554.87. Basically, that's where we are. So today's high was 555, even more. So I think we're at a little bit of resistance right where we closed, but I think we're going to make new highs at this point. We're only about 2% away. So the 10%.
If we break on Monday.
Did we have 10% or not quite? Well, whatever it was, 8.5%. I think it was 10%, but I'm not sure.
It depended on how you looked at it, right? If you looked at the intraday versus the close.
Yeah.
But according to Dr. Omar, if we break through on Monday, we could actually see some all-time highs.
I think that's finally he sees the light.
But he did recommend hedging, because he could also see this as resistance.
Well, you know he's pretty good. He learned how to talk out of both sides of his mouth.
That's our man.
I thought I tried that, but it doesn't usually work. I'm too biased in the upside. I can't stay bearish long. That's a beautiful rebound, isn't it?
Believe me, I try staying bearish, and I keep getting my butt kicked.
You just get hurt if you become bearish.
Pigs get slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, since October of 2023, you don't want to be bear. Well, true, we had a nice correction now, but I think it's definitely over.
We had a half a correction early, and then this correction.
Yeah. Professor Omar was thinking he was going to go down to the 200, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't look, with that other news, it doesn't seem likely now.
No, and then the 200 keeps creeping up. It's 505 already. We'll go down to the 200 when we're at 610 maybe. By
Right.
that,
When the 200 is where we are now.
that's you got it. That's what 610 will give us a 100% fib extension from the 480 highs. Remember the 480 highs? We were trying to take that out for all of 2022, 2023 rather.
Yeah.
The years are like a blur, you know.
No, 2022 still has its stain for me.
2022 was just a horrible year.
Yeah.
Some of us are still recovering from 2022.
Yup.
So the SPY is a thing of beauty. All I can say is, no, I love it. Love the SPY. All the way up to 610. I'd love to see it get there by the end of the year. You think if we think it's got a shot? Kamal, you're bullish.
Well,
Kamal, give me a bullish yes.
I am bullish.
610 by
I'm bullish crypto.
he's
610.
bullish crypto.
Well, what about SPY? 610 by end of year?
Yes, it's doable. Yes.
I think so. I've been saying that for a while now. Once it hit the 560 target that I had, I think I extended it to 610. And if it gets,
Still got 4.5 months.
who knows? Maybe I'll feel bullish and go for 700, right?
Right. Well, you still got 4.5 more months, so there's plenty of things that could happen in 4.5 months.
Yeah. What would you rather bet on? 610 at 2-1 odds, or the Yankees winning the World Series at 4-1 odds?
I would take your S&P bet
Over the Yankees winning the World Series. 4-1, I think that's the going odds. I'm not sure.
Really? I should bet against that.
You think it's too small, right?
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the Yankees. There's so much that could happen.
Yeah.
And the Yankees have been slumping. If they slump again like that in September, they're not going anywhere.
Right. But if they have hot bats from Judge, Soto, and Stanton, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'd rather see our Mets get out of their slump instead of the Yankees getting out of theirs.
So they blew one game yesterday. That's shameful.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean they're losing against AL teams from the West.
Right. And they had a 5-0 against Kansas City, against Oakland, I think it was.
Against
right?
against the A's, yeah. Well, pretty soon you can't call them Oakland. You'll have to call them.
Well, the A's to me are Kansas City, so that's why I was.
Oh, right. You're dating yourself, Dr. J.
Yes, I go back a little bit.
Yeah.
With the A's, the A's is where we got Roger Maris from.
Oh, really? The Kansas City A's?
Kansas City used to be like our farm team.
Yeah, that's funny.
We used to, whenever they had a talent, we took it. Kansas.
Can we talk stocks now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that the name of this show? Talking stocks?
All right, SPY to 610.
Okay, there you go. That was the takeaway from all that.
Yeah. All right, BTC US.
I'll do crypto next.
Let's take a look at this. You know, it's very choppy to the Bitcoin, isn't it? It's chopping like crazy. Every time it gets up to that 70,000, you short it. Every time it gets down to like 50s, in the 50s, you go long. Chop, chop, chop. When is it going to break out to those big numbers that everyone's talking about?
Really got a nice range to work with.
Yeah, but what bothers me, it's great for trading. I grant it, it's great for trading. But I want to see it break out and really hit 80, 90, 100,000. It's not happening so fast. I'd like to see it happen a little quicker. I think it'll happen eventually, but not quick enough for me. I'm getting impatient. It's got a nice little trend line forming here. But then you got the 200 right above it, and that looks like resistance, the 50 and the 200. It's not the most bullish chart I've ever seen, put it that way. I know Professor Omar likes it. He likes the chart. But there are things I like about it, but there are things I don't like about it.
Yeah,
So,
because he's seeing a bear flag in there.
yeah,
I mean, a bull flag in there. Sorry.
a bull flag.
Yeah, he's seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, you may not be wrong.
Well, I hope. Yes, but it's a rather big bear flag bull flag that extends for quite a while, and I forget where he said soon it should break out, right? He drew. I don't want to bother.
Yes.
I don't want to rep.
No, he did. The flag he drew had came to a point very soon.
Yeah.
In about a week or two.
Well, maybe he's right. Maybe we go right through the 50, right through the 200, and right through the 100, and keep on going to 70,000, and then get repelled one more time.
Right. There's probably some.
I don't expect it's going to be easy to get through that 70,000 for whatever reason. Bitcoin has been choppy. I think it's going to remain choppy. I'm still going to say 90,000 by end of year, 90 or 100.
Wow, big call.
But it's taking a long time, longer than I thought.
And now let me ask you a question. Are you thinking about this independent of the precious metals and inflation?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is risk on regardless, so if you see Qs and spies going up, this should go up.
All right, let's look at worst case. We head into a recession.
Recession is bad. I think
I'm saying in terms of Bitcoin though.
Bad.
So Bitcoin would suffer.
Yeah. Unless it's something like a bank scare, like the last time.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, right. Right, like a regional bank issue.
Yeah, Bitcoin rallied strongly as an alternative to cash.
Right. Okay.
But a normal run-of-the-mill recession, this goes down.
Right, but not with Walmart saying what it's saying, and Amazon saying what it's saying about its retail. That's not seeming very likely, does it?
The consumer seems pretty strong. Resilient is the word they use, right?
Right.
Yeah. So the consumer seems resilient. I'm very happy with my Walmart performance. I'm actually up more with Walmart than I am with Amazon. That's year to date, and maybe even from inception. I'm not sure. Walmart has been fine. I think you can be bailed on Walmart. I think you bailed on Walmart, right? All right, so BTC, I'm going to say more chop, 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 up and down motion. Maybe to the 200, maybe to the 100, maybe even the 70,000. But I expect yet another leg down. Maybe this trend line. I think we're going to follow this trend line to new highs, but it'll take a while. If you notice, if you extend this, you extend the trend line, it's not until October that we tested up this. It might come at the end of the year. Okay, Bitcoin is done. Mara, I said I would do Mara. Mara is not. I mean, it looks. It looks like it's trying to form a base, and remember my half the green line theory. It came right back down to a little bit below half the big green candle. So I think that's support 1490. Let me put that in. line. Whoops. Key support level 1484. You don't want to see it below that. If you go below that, it's trouble. I think that's I want to take out what looks to be resistance up to 1775, again at the $219. And if we can clear the 200, I think there's no trouble clearing it. So when is this going to happen? Probably the same time that Bitcoin. It's synonymous with Bitcoin, really. That's the trouble with these charts. So don't pay to look at them. Just look at
Just
HOT has been very weak. I bought it at 14 and it's very, very weak. Power in that you're looking at 200, it's a little different. 200 is support. 1052 is support. A break of the 200, I think I'm out. I don't want to break. If it breaks the 200, I'm out on HOT.
yeah. Meanwhile, Wolf is showing some really good strength these days.
Look at Sava. Made a nice.
I sold Wolf today, by the way. I sold Wolf.
Oh, you did. You did another in and out for Wolf.
Yes,
You made
Very
money.
good.
Did you make money?
I
Oh,
did.
Yeah, he did.
All right, as long as you made money. Sava is potentially very, very good. I mean, everyone knows the potential of Sava. So
Right.
it's hard to keep this stock down. When you're talking about huge numbers, it could be $1,000 a share if the news is good enough. Based on, but it's right around the corner, the end of November or early December, probably. Get the readout. Of course, if it disappoints, it'll be $10 or below.
Right. I mean, or it could be this kind of thing because Alzheimer's, because of the nature of it, they might be like, well, we got some data, but it's inconclusive because we should be talking about a 20-year horizon, and we've only studied the stuff
Well,
for 15
there
years.
is an extended phase 3 study that ends in 6 more months.
Oh, okay.
So it may come down to that, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
May get
The nature of this disease makes it tough.
we may get some kind of inconclusive data.
Right.
Possible. But I think this is one that you got to be in. If you're a gambler at all, this is a good gamble to take. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't lose. You certainly can lose, but you stand to make a lot potentially, a whole lot. Or maybe 100 times, 100x. Do you think that's possible? 3,000?
Well, we were shocked when it jumped into the hundreds from around here. Actually, it did it from around the 17 mark, right around there. So yeah, I mean, a 10-bagger is definitely within the cards. 100-bagger is hard to say.
But it's not impossible over the course of a few years. So you got that kind of potential. It's hard not to be in it. You lose, but it's a good gamble, I think. Anovis is another gambling man's stock.
Yeah.
Popped the other day, and I'm not sure why, repelled by the 200. I think it's bottomed out nicely at 743. So I'll draw that line. And I think.
Yeah, I bought it at 10.
So did I.
The 743 number might be a very good bottom. It looks it looks like a very strong bottom. And unfortunately, the 200 might be, a little resistance. This will get resolved in September or October when they have the FDA meeting. One way or the other, we'll get some news and it'll move. I'm thinking this is similar to sava, not quite as juicy, but similar.
Gotcha.
I'm rooting for it because I need the medicine. Forget this.
All right. This is the one. This is the one that's going to be golden
Yeah,
cake.
I don't care much. I do the medicine itself. Did you want me to look at the biotech stuff?
Or Aurinia, AUPH.
Buyout rumors?
Hmm?
Buyout rumors?
Yeah, more buyout rumors over on StockTwits.
Look at that, right up to the old highs. Wow, you're going back to February, right back to the old highs.
Yeah. No, for me, the good old days is before 2022.
The gap, now you're up to worrying about the gap fill.
Well, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, get it back up to $7.50. I think that's quite likely. Actually, the gap fill is higher than that. It's the close of trading was 797. $8 gap fill coming up for Arenia. The $13 takeout. I like it. I love it. I don't own any. It doesn't mean I don't like it.
This is waiting for Godot because we've been hearing buyout rumors since
I own
Adam.
I own this one. I told you it would eventually come back and take out that high. Remember that high?
Right.
I said buy at 7. Remember? I don't know if
Yes, I do remember.
yeah. Now
It was sort of a keep the faith moment.
yeah. I mean, it had data that would look better than Keytruda in a trial that Keytruda too. So I don't remember which cancer. Do you?
No.
I think it was lung cancer, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't know anything about it when I bought it, and I still don't know much about it,
Except that you're up.
except that I'm making money. I'm holding because as long as the chart looks good, I'm quite rid of it.
Well, it looks like you got some good mo in this one.
Yeah, I'm making money. Never a bad thing. SMCI is listed, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Dell, both have earnings coming up. No, SMCI had earnings.
I already gave the earnings, and they didn't do.
No, we have nvda coming up.
Look at this pop from 450 to 628.
Yeah.
That was the time to load the boat, man.
Yeah.
But
now
I'd stay still at 5.
Now it's going to get repelled likely by at 668 at the 200. Take a little profits up at the 200. If you bought at 450, 460, take a little profit.
Yeah, you might be right.
Of course, in our opinion, is strictly our own non-investment advice, right? Check with an advisor before acting, all those things.
You are correct, sir.
Dell, you got to look at Dell. They have earnings.
When
around the same time as NVIDIA.
Okay, about another week from now.
Yeah, Dell looks similar to SMCI. Very similar look.
Oh yeah, that little clip. Yes.
Yeah, we got that parabola. Right?
I'm holding on for dear life with this one.
It's a beautiful parabola here. Resistance is up here at 116. Well, for only 5 points more, I think we get a little resistance. Right there, 116. But it depends on NVIDIA too. NVIDIA could lift up everything.
Now, HPE has a different picture for whatever reason.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
yeah, which is sort of weird to me, but I guess not all boats float the same way.
It looks similar.
Very more extreme though in terms of the loss.
Yeah. Yeah,
Unless extreme in terms of the recovery.
all of these server companies are going to move on NVIDIA. If NVIDIA blows it out again, I'm very
Fingers
nervous.
crossed.
And I'm always nervous about NVIDIA earnings. This one, I'm really nervous because of the design flaw in Blackwell. If more,
Right. A lot of people poo-pooing it.
if more bad news comes out at the conference call, forget it.
Mm.
If there's another flaw, if it's going to take longer,
Yeah. All the more reason to implement
if
CMCI.
every time they make a new prototype, it costs them millions, right? Besides the delay, it costs them money.
Right.
I don't know how much.
Well, their price, the price of Nvidia is about where it was during their earnings, around 125.
Yeah, I think if the earnings are good and there's no and nerves are calmed about
Video.
design,
Yes.
that there's no real significant delay in Blackwell, this will be 140 after earnings. In other words, they're high, the all-time high.
Yeah.
It'll go right up there, maybe above. So I like NVIDIA, but I'm nervous. I like SMCI, but for at least a short term for another 5 points. No, then we're going to wait. SMCI is going to wait on NVIDIA for news. I don't see it going up much more.
Well, because SMCI had bad news of its own. Remember,
Yes,
that's why it went.
yes, I do remember. There was
So
a miss
they're looking now for savior.
on earnings. Anything with this one? IWM is disappointing to some extent. The rotation is not clear. I think it'll do well, but maybe no better than QQQ. I'm not sure it's going to be the market leader, IWM. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, but maybe not. I was more sure earlier.
Well, you were saying before it had to do with whether or not there was a recession. Now that it looks like it's not a recession, but something slightly different, maybe we should have faith in IWM.
Joe Thomas wanted us to look at TNXP. Put that on the list for next time.
Sounds good.
Tim thinks Sava 1000 is not impossible. I agree.
Great.
Put orgs on the list for the next time. You writing it down?
I don't have a pen, but
Kamal, you have a pen?
I do.
I write down ORGS and TNXP.
Hold on.
Someone's talking to Kamal.
ORGX,
ORGS and TNXP.
TNXP.
Yes. Kamal,
Okay.
Andrew is with us today. We haven't seen Andrew in a while.
hey,
Yes.
how's it going?
Yes,
Hi, Andrew.
he has a question. Do you still own Baba?
I do. I'm
Wow.
in deep doo-doo with that one. I still have it.
And he wants to know.
I have a
now-
bunch of stock. I have a bunch of stocks that are like way down there.
Andrew wants to know where you're thinking about adding to it, to Baba.
No, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna add to it. I'm just gonna wait.
All right. Off topic, New York is supporting Kamala. Does it matter? New York's going to go Democrat.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. You can vote Mickey. You can vote. Go and vote Mickey Mouse. It's the same outcome.
Exactly.
And Andrew's trying to come up with a conversation with Kamal. Hey, Kamal, talk to him. Yeah. Is Sava the
For some
next?
reason,
I hope it's not the
Sava
next.
is so. I sold my Sava near 20. Unfortunately, I bought it near 18 and I sold it near 20.
Homo likes to ship a Zim.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that.
They're risky plays, but they sometimes pay off. Kevin says, good evening from Beantown. I guess he's not a Yankee fan. That would be my guess. For Professor Spike, I don't think Kevin is a Yankee fan. I think we lost Professor. There he is.
Yeah, no, you're almost losing me.
Are you even allowed to be a Yankee fan if you live in Beantown?
That's a good question. I'm sure there are a couple of them. It's sort of like being the only surfer boy in New York City.
But I think it would be like undercover. You have to be undercover. You can't.
Right.
You can't
They call that the download, Dr. J.
Yeah, I don't think you can admit to being a Yankee fan.
Right, exactly. It's the download.
Yeah. All right, so I think we covered a lot of bases and nice hearing from everybody. Oh, there's more. Mike Vincent. One more to write down. Meta next time. Come on.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
Meta.
Monday or Tuesday, whatever works for you guys.
Yeah, and Kevin answered me. Hell no, he's not a Yankee fan. You see, even if he was a Yankee fan, he'd have to say that. He would never admit to being a Yankee fan, hypothetically. Yeah, I'm sure he's a Boston fan. Take care, everybody. Ciao.
Bye-bye,
Take
everybody.
care. Bye.